Shalom Akim, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Makakadash, Barakatam. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles, good stone rule well, to the Akim and Aquat, throughout the four corners of the earth, holding on to the testament of the Lord and Mashiach Yahweh Shai in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, shalom, shalom. So I just found out about this site called the Center Square. It just helps you to keep up with what's going on in Babylon, the land of confusion. So when you scroll through this website, man, has new articles there. It tells you about the drama that is taking place in the land of Babylon. It says this first article, the main one says lawmakers investigate whether taxpayer funds were used to buy Chinese solar panels made with slave labor. All right, so that's another route down the rabbit hole. So you can imagine what you're gonna see when you do your research on that topic. Then you have this other one here says lawsuits, overtime, comp payouts. It says propel Chicago employees to highest paid list. So all these so-called government employees, man, they are getting paid because of an unstable government. When you have unrighteousness, you're gonna have to deal with taking care of the victims. And that costs the taxpayers money. All right. And then you have the other one as per immigration asylum seekers bus to Chicago now being sent to other Illinois communities. So they're gonna have to bus our people to other locations in the state of Illinois so they could settle down. You just gotta pray the Lord have mercy on them, man. So yeah, you just pray that they come across the brothers of GMS Chicago and they receive this word, man, because our people need help so much. And then Colorado, it says soft on crime policies in Colorado could mean $848 million in stolen vehicles this year, report says. All right. So all those thefts, vandalism, and carjackings and all that stuff will end up costing $848 million to take care of. And that's just an estimate. So just imagine how much more that they're not really putting into the equation. And then here's another one. It says Intel breaks ground in Ohio. Some question benefits of government incentives. And Intel is one of those tech companies that make CPUs and microchips for electronic devices, your cell phones and your computers, satellites or whatever. They do all that stuff, And then there's another one that says national news. U.S. Army recommends food stamp for soldiers struggling with inflation. All right, so just imagine a soldier on food stamp. Yeah, well, so you just consider that Babylon is coming to an abrupt end, and it's gonna have a violent demise, and that's part of prophecy. So you have to be aware of all these things taking place, okay? So that's why I have to get this quick precept. It's from the book of Sirach. Sirach chapter 5, verse 15. It says, be not ignorant of anything, in a great matter or a small. Okay, so all these issues here, you have to be aware of it, man. You have to have an idea of what's going on, man. And then you have immigration, you have crime, you got politics, you got business, business dealings and what you call it, incentives as per taxes and all that stuff. And then you have the one for DC, you have the one for Arizona, National Security Analyst, DC officials blaming border states for emergency is ultimate hypocrisy. So that's what the elites want, man. They want a total breakdown of the America government system so they could have control over the people. They're instigating chaos, all right? So it's all part of prophecy. You have to know exactly what angles your oppressors are operating from. And then you got a so-called DC mayor, one of the so-called darlings of the Rockefellers. It says she's declaring public emergency over thousands being bussed from southern border. All right, hey, she's down with the program. She's down with the elites. She's down with the oppression of our people. Eventually, the law will just have to use them to mop the ground, and it's getting close, man. You're gonna see their judgments, man. Whether it's our people joining hands with the wicked, you know, they're gonna get it anyway. So they're the least of our worries. So the book of Proverbs chapter 11 verse 21 says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered." So our people are going to be delivered from all these calamities, man. That's you're seeing on a daily basis, man. On a daily basis. It's just hilarious, man. Hilarious. And our people can't tell what's coming down the pike, So you just gotta pray we get delivered, man, because it's rough. It's rough being at the bottom. Okay, our people are struggling so hard. So the more you scroll down, you just wonder how long will this take, So that's why you just gotta thank the Lord that we're almost out of here, man. That our captivity is almost over. So I'm going to read another precept here. So the book of Isaiah chapter 19 verse 14 says, "The Lord had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work." So the government is unstable, man. It's just a total chaos, man. "And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." So that's indicative that a government structure like this is unsustainable, all right? And it's going to end up collapsing under its own weight. The elites want to make it crumble, but then the people are going to, push back, and it's going to end up being a confrontation, all right? Then verse 15 says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do." So when the Lord yanks this economy down the line, yanks it down, it's going to be rough for all these super rich that think that the economy is going to be improving for their own personal benefits. It's just going to stop, and that's when the chaos is going to reach an all-time high, and then you still got to deal with World War III. So you look at that. Illinois had the fifth most police officers killed in the line of duty during the year of 2021. And then you have the issue of gas-powered vehicles. It's uncertain in Virginia because the so-called puppet governor guy here, Youngkin, it's also in the pockets of the elite, you know. So they're trying to pull up California and Virginia. So that's the whole trick, man. All right. So Pennsylvania says they're having issues with teacher salaries. All right. Starting teacher salary. Wolf howls with Pennsylvania among the nation's best. You know. So hey, you could brag all you want, but it's not really good enough because you have a messed up society. So there's no use bragging about how well people are getting paid, man. You know, when violence is so high, you got a drug problem. They're not talking about a drug problem. You know, you don't see that on CNN talking about the seriousness of that. You know, they rather, divert people's attention to other things, you know. So you just have to, you know, be aware of what's going on, man. You know, be aware of what's going on in the neck of that woods. So, just to wrap this up, I'm gonna get another precept just to wrap it up. Just to wrap it up. Alright, so this is gonna be from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. All right. So the reason why these articles are up online is just to make sure that the elect understand what's going on in Babylon, man. You don't want to fall victim to ignorance. All right. Ignorance is not something to take pride in. You have to be knowledgeable. That's why you have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Those three work together, you know, for you to have a better chance of being delivered, you know. So you could have your guard sharpened and fine tuned, you know, for every circumstance you find yourself in. And here's another one, you know. It says 63% of small businesses are on a hiring freeze. In other words, business is not doing good, the economy is not doing good because the small businesses are the bulk hiring, do the bulk of the hiring in America's economy. The so-called small businesses. Yeah. So what do you expect, man? The grinding shall cease. So when you understand what's going on, you prepare yourself, man. Then you have the other one, abortion, economy, crime among the top issues ahead of Illinois election. So just keep this in mind, man. You know, this is exactly what you have to be aware of, man. So much, so much. Look at this one. Number of Americans citing hardship from inflation rises, particularly among middle class. So, hey, head of branch, you know, poor middle class. It's coming to a grinding halt very soon, man. So with that, you just gotta say Tawada Yaba Shima Shaba Shima Kakadash for putting up this information, man, because hey, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own ways? And hey, it's only for the Lord, to let us know that our time in darkness is limited. It's time for our people to awake and walk towards the light in these last days and times. By Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Makakadash, Shalom.